Hi, Daryl from So Right Seeds here. Hey, tonight, just as for a last minute project, I've decided I'm going to build a raised bed here in our vegetable garden area. We're turning this patch of weeds into a test garden and a demonstration garden. So we'll want a bunch of raised beds, and we'll build more. But I had this lumber laying around, and thought, well, let's get started with some raised beds. So I've picked this area right here that I'm going to build the bed in, and let me show you the process. First thing I'm going to do is just take my lawnmower and mow this area down. Okay, I've got my boards laid out. Let me point out that these are not treated boards. These are just regular pine boards. I know that they're not going to last for a long time, um, but sometimes you just use what you have, and this is what I have, and we'll see how many years we can get out of them. I would guess that they'll last for 3 or 4 years, and they have the added benefit of not leaching any chemicals into the soil. So let me screw these boards together. Okay, voila, we have a garden box. Now, a couple of things to consider is I would normally drive stakes and get a level out and level a garden bed. But this area that I've picked for our demonstration garden has a slight slant to the south anyway, which I really think is ideal. It warms up a little bit faster, sloping to the east and to the south in the mornings. And so I'm actually just going to let this box go with the gentle slope of the land. Okay, there you have it. Got the bed. It's got soil in it. You'll notice that I left a few inches of headspace there. This will settle fairly quickly, especially if I water it. And that will leave me some room for some compost. So the recipe I've got here is wood chips on the bottom, about 4 inches. So that leaves us about 6 inches of good garden soil. And then some good compost on top, 2-3 inches of good compost. And let it settle in, and I think that it'll be a great box for growing. All right, the sun's nearly down. It's getting dark. That was a fun little project in the 30 minutes or so before sunset. Don't let building a garden box in your yard be overwhelming. It can be really simple. Just find some old lumber and screw it together, and get some wood chips and some soil and a little bit of compost, and you'll be off to the races. Thanks. Have a good evening.